10 cryptos that could 100x. My name's Neil. This is NC Hammer Crypto, where we keep technical analysis short and sweet. Now, I say 100x just to get your attention, but we can piece together most likely that amount depending on what you are investing in. So we're looking at Bitcoin, this one-day drop where it got immediately bought back up. Most likely Michael Saylor just picking up a bigger bag for this next push up. If we close above this orange daily, we can consider it most likely a bullish engulfing, and it is more likely to start pushing to the upside. Looking over at a meme coin, Toshi. Toshi is forming a very nice W. We saw that inverse head and shoulders play out. Once it broke that 0.005, we saw that push and it blasted through that upward trend line that we had drawn. So it is in a continuation, most likely coming up into the 618 area, even potentially the 0.00085 price point. So a lot of people have FOMO. We'll see that the volume is picking up with two very nice green bars. The RSI hasn't broken out yet, so when that does break, we can start seeing some rapid movement pushing this upwards. It may not look like much, but if you were to enter with a small push, that's 10%. The next stop being around 20 to 25%. Toshi is a meme coin for Coinbase, just keeping that in mind. But when we remove everything, we can see a very nice W forming. You can just draw it out in case you can't see that. There's the W. And with that push, we can see it come back to this area around 0.0019. So moving over to H-bar. H-bar had that nice push up. I had an entry, if you're in my trading signal channel, we had an entry around 20 cents, currently up to 25 cents, and building a very nice support right in this area. So we can't expect a further push up. Volume is decreasing, but the price is going to close above this orange candle. The next step is just getting up above that 25-cent mark, and we can start seeing this push upwards towards the 40-cent mark, nearly double money within that one move. But it's looking very nice and healthy. We could even do a trend line such as this. Once it broke that trend line, you see that it had that push up to the 200 EMA, and then broke over the 200 EMA for another push up, and then we drew an additional trend line here, and it broke that trend line and is holding support on this black trend line here, which could also be readjusted to multiple different ways. But it's looking very nice and healthy with the Fibonacci retracement on this. Removing that and just looking at H-bar for this push, 618's right here around 30 cents. So pretty nice potential profit. RSI is pushing out overbought, but a little bit more overbuying, and we'll start seeing this push upwards. Moving over to XYO. XYO is forming very, very nicely, pushed out of that downward trend channel here. These two black lines going downwards, and it held support even after having that major pump up, came down, held support, and we could see a continuation back up into this fair value gap, 618 being up here around 0.16 cents, and a very, very long way to go for XYO. So definitely potentially stack a bag of XYO, not financial advice. Moving over to Perpetual Protocol. I don't have the biggest bag on Perpetual, but we see it's starting to build a nice base. It's underneath the 200 EMA, and we see right here when it broke over that 200 EMA, it had that nice little pump up before a consistent retrace. So we can expect once this gets over this 200 EMA to be pushing upwards, so keep that one in mind. Another one to keep in mind, just to make it 10 coins for 100x, is Aleph. Aleph Cloud has some nice potential. Zooming outward, I guess this chart doesn't show everything, but Aleph, the high right here is around 46 cents. It is currently at 8, and it is breaking over that 200 EMA, with the CM Guppy starting to be a little bit more bullish, and volume picking up exponentially to get it to that push up over that 200 EMA. So now it's testing it as support, and we can see a further continuation for Aleph. XLM, major pump up from our entry around 80%. It is overbought right now, so we may see a little bit more consolidation, even a pullback. It really depends if Bitcoin starts pushing. Everything's going to start pushing along with it. It could just be potentially a bull flag where we would draw a triangle here, something like this. We can see a higher push, and then a trend line from here going up, staying within that triangle, and breaking out to either side. We can expect to see something happen within the next couple of days, hopefully. XRP, major pump up, keep saying stack a bag, doesn't matter if it's up or down. $3 is cheap for XRP. We may see $3 again sometime in the future, but it does have astronomical potential to be well over $25, and we are holding support above that bull flag. So if it closes above this orange daily, we can expect a continuation for XRP. So keep stacking your bags. It's never, you can't get enough XRP for this future and what is about to be changed, getting rid of dirty money or dark money. Moving over to Compound, we'll come back to XCN. Compound is building support, very, very nice volume. As you look down here, you see that there's not really much. They're building, and then had that push up with this volume. And now we're staying at constant high volume, and we are breaking over that 200 EMA for the second time. And we have seen that when that breaks over the 200 EMA for the second touch, that it typically breaks to the upside strongly and fast. So we can be $61 again, and beyond that, on the Fibonacci, then 618 is at $100, which is double money. That can be happening within the week and a half, as we saw back here. These are all days. So this was the 22nd or 17th to the 4th. So I guess that's 2 weeks. But keep Compound in your mind. It is breaking that downward trend line and over the 200 EMA. So entering now is not a bad idea, as last time we had this entry here right before it took off at $47. And that $47 push, we got out with 25% increase within 2 days. So Compound is not a bad idea. Throwing Ondo in there just because I have to make it 10 coins. Keep my promise. Also breaking right over that 200 EMA. Very nice potential W. Building support off that upward trend line. And if we draw a downward trend line, we can see it broke over that, had that push, second one to break over, and it had that push again. So holding over that 200 EMA, we can see some nice potential gains for Ondo, pushing up 129%. Very nice play. That could be playing out for Ondo. Tornado Cash, keep promoting it. I'm not going to stop promoting it. Get a bag of Tornado Cash, move over to XMEXC if you can. Reference in the link below. Appreciate it if you use it. And the only thing we really need to do is break this $10 to $11 mark. And its all-time high is over $400 to $500, I believe, $459. So definitely a good bet. This one has a very nice all-time high, similar to Compound, being all the way in the hundreds from a very small investment. Now, lastly, moving over to XCN, astronomical, very nice build. Looks like cup and handle, playing out like cup and handle, holding on the above the 200 EMA. It's trying to come back in to get a healthy market around that 50 EMA, but we can start seeing this push up to 0.028, then 0.04, and beyond. Whenever it breaks that 0.04, all hell will break loose, and it'll go up most likely to 10, then 18 cents very, very quickly. Phenomenal chart, very healthy, looks very good. Get yourself a bag of XCN at a penny, roughly 2 pennies, before it's too late. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe if you want. All references are in the links below. And good luck. Have fun with it.